pension, additional pension ng ating pong mga pensioners ng SSS.
Magandang araw po sa lahat ng mga SSS pensioners. Ating talakayan sa bidyong ito ang deliberasyon ng House Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization, kung saan kanilang tinalakay ang implementasyon ng second tranche 1,000 pesos pension increase. Kaya naman siguraduhin tapusin ang video nito at huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe para updated kayo sa mga susunod na video.
So maliwanag yung sinabi ni former Congressman Colmenares na hindi laging dahilan na walang pondo ang SSS to give additional benefits or pension to our pensioner. Kasi it is a mandate on your office yung ating efficiency of collection at yung inyong investment efficiency, yung binot up ni Congressman Colmenares. So we would like to ask the response of the SSS, Attorney Cruz.
5 o'clock yata yung party mo.
Yes, Madam Chair. Attorney Colmenares has brought up several points and I would like to respond to them. First, yung sinasabi na paulit-ulit namin sinasabi na walang pondo, maikli ang fund life, malaki ang unfunded liability. That's because that's the truth. It will not, this is actuarial science. This is not based on opinion. You know, what is true according to science will remain true. Kaya palagi po naming sasabihin yun. In much as paulit-ulit din binibring up ni Attorney Colmenares yung mga isyong ito. Yung sinabi niya na lahat naman ng mga social insurance schemes may limited fund life. And that's true. And that's one proof that it's not necessarily true that SSS is mismanaging fund. Talagang that's a factual truth that majority, most all social insurance schemes in the world are unfunded, have huge unfunded liabilities, have short fund lives. It may interest the members of the committee to know that, in fact, the U.S. Social Security system has a shorter fund life than that of the Philippines. Yung sinasabi na, and it's not true na lahat ng social insurance scheme ay maikli ang fund life. The committee might be aware that in 2021 we introduced the WISP. It's the defined contribution portion of the SSS contributions. Yung WISP po, which corresponds to the contribution above the 20,000 income, perpetual po yon kasi that's fully funded. Kumbaga, yung pondong above a certain threshold ng miyembro napupunta sa individual accounts niya. Defined contribution po yon. So, merong mga schemes, like Singapore has a Provident Fund scheme, na walang problema with respect to unfunded liabilities. But karamihan meron kasi nasa defined benefit po tayo. Hindi ko na po ulitin siguro yung na-misquote sa akin na about uncollectibles. As I said, the SSS does not approve, is opposed to employers not remitting their contributions. We would continuously exert efforts to go after employers who are not remitting contributions. Yung sinabi pong poor collection, yung sinite na numbers niya na 40 million workers, that's the entire labor force. As the committee members may know, a significant portion of our labor force come from the informal sector. Diba? Kaya it's practically impossible for SSS to go after every barker sa mga pedicab stops o sa mga nagtitinda ng taho na magbayad sila ng SSS. Totoo po yan. And it's not, the Philippines is not alone. I just attended a conference of the ASEAN Social Security. Ang Laos, napakababa ng collection nila kasi very rural sila. Wala silang collection sa mga informal sector. Having said that, we are continually developing programs to encourage the informal sector. Kasi in effect po, kahit mandated by law yan, as you might know, hindi naman talaga natin pwedeng pwersahin yung mga kababayan natin na magbayad ng SSS. The best that we can do is to encourage and promote SSS to them. si Attorney Colmenares criticized what I said about the SSS not being the sole source of retirement income. Hindi po ako nagsabing, wala po akong sinasabing financial illiterate ang committee ito. Mas sinasabi ko lang po, kailangan natin improve ang financial literacy ng ating mga kababayan. Yung three-legged stool of retirement, SSS, corporate pension po ito and not private insurance. That's corporate pension. Natatandaan nyo siguro noong araw, karamihan sa inyo, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa kumpanya, may corporate pension. And the third leg is personal savings. I've shown po sa chat box mga established concepts on this three-legged stool concept of retirement planning. Hindi po to invention, just this to Mr. Colmenares. Again, this is basic. Just a simple Google will tell every member of this committee na ganun po talaga ang pagpaplano sa retirement. Marami dapat po kayong sources. Kailangan po nating turuan ng mga kababayan natin dito. Pinawitaan po ni Attorney Colmenares yung mga unremitted contributions, yung mga non-posted contributions from banks. That is true. We take note of that. We continue to exert effort on that. But it's not logical to say na pag nakolekta namin yon, maibibigay na yung hinihinging karagdagang pensyon. Tingnan po natin yung number of zeros. Pag tinotal po nyo nasa slides niya, sa kwenta ko, wala pang 250 billion. If you remember what I said earlier, yung unfunded liability natin runs into the trillions. That's 3 extra zeros po. So, as much as it's true that the SSS should continue to exert effort in improving its collection efficiency, that alone is not the solution. Ang big elephant in the room pa rin po ay yung the fact that the benefits that we provide are significantly more than the contributions we are collecting. Si Ms. Attorney Colmenares also invoked Section 20 about an annual appropriation of government for the expenses of SSS. Wala po kaming disagreement dito if the Congress saw it fit to support the implementation of Section 20 of RA 1119 regarding annual appropriation. We will not object po. Attorney Colmenares also mentioned something about bonuses received by commissioners. I think he might be referring to yung mga investee corporations, meaning in those corporations where SSS is a significant shareholder, we are entitled to board seats, and we normally nominate some of our commissioners to sit on those boards. We follow the rule po with whatever the honoraria they receive. Hindi nila natatanggap yon. Limited po yan by, I think, by GCG rules, if I'm not mistaken. So they will receive a nominal amount. The excess goes to SSS fund. So it's not true that SSS commissioners are earning millions from being sitting on the board of our investee corporations. I do not contest the desire of Attorney Colmenares to help our SSS members to increase their pension, to increase their benefits. But again, we must also be fiscally responsible.
Okay. So, Attorney Cruz, it's well noted, your response. So, we would like to recognize Representative Go.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I would like to ask Attorney Edgar, when we increased the premium last 2018 or 19, how much have you collected, or how much have we increased in terms of contribution that we have paid total for SSS year to year since the time we increased under Republic Act 11199?
Attorney Cruz, please respond.
Mr. Chair, I'm looking at some numbers now, but I don't think I can pinpoint the exact increase. But to the point based by the representative, yes, we implemented a 1% contribution hike in 2018 2019 at the implementation of RA 11199, and then the second 1% increase was implemented in 2021. I can provide the committee with exact numbers. And perhaps to his point, yes, it contributed to higher positive cash inflows relative to outflows on a month-to-month basis. But note that because we are also expecting higher benefit payouts into the future, we need to save that. So talaga naman pong nakikita sa pattern, yung our investment reserve fund will continually increase up to a certain point. Siguro po yung last time tayo nagka-harap, our reserve fund was at 600 billion. Ngayon po, we are nearing 700 billion. And that reserve fund is expected to increase maybe around, per my estimation, around 2039 to 2040. Ang problema po, at that point, around 2039, 2040, yung benefits being paid will now be greater than the contributions being received. So ngayon, net-net positive tayo. Yung perang pumapasok, mas malaki sa perang lumalabas. But because of demographic shift, by 2039, 2040, mas magiging malaki na yung benepisyong binabayad kesa sa contribution tinatanggap. And unti-unti nang bababa yung reserve fund until approximately by 2054, magiging zero na yung reserve fund. So kahit po mas marami tayong nakokolektang contribution because of the contribution hikes implemented in 2019, 2021.
Not only that, but also the increase in the salary credit. You have twice basically increased the contributions, not only because of the increase in premium, but we have increased the salary credit so that the maximum will be more than 20,000 pesos already. So because of that, there is an increase in the actual paid contributions of our members.
Correct po, Representative Go. Yun pong increase sa maximum salary credit, it goes to a different bucket. Ito po yung napupunta sa provident fund ng miyembro, yung individual account. So wala po tayong problema doon kasi hindi magiging always funded po iyon. Ang problema natin yung contributions corresponding to the first 20,000. Yun po yung may unfunded liability. Ito po yung pinagkaiba at kainaman ng defined contribution, yung individualized account, doon sa defined benefit, yung regular SSS.
Dito po sa nabanggit nyo kanina, mataas ang inyong revenue kesa sa expenses ninyo. Magkano po yung difference dito, Mr. Chair, doon sa revenue collections ninyo in terms of the premium contributions and other investable funds that you have as against the expenses that you have annually? Magkano po yung net ninyo? Mr. Chair, can we ask Attorney Edgar?
Cruz, please respond. Attorney Cruz, please respond.
To give the committee an idea, ang total revenues po namin in 2021 amounted to 268 billion. Ito po yung contributions plus investment income. Ang benefit payouts po naman plus OPEX, operating expense, amounted to 232 billion. So the difference, around 36 billion yung parang net cash inflow for the year 2021.
Do you expect, Mr. Chair, that this will continue at the same rate of revenue year to year? Until when will that be?
Opo, Mr. Chair, in the short term, we expect this to continue or even increase because of the scheduled contribution hikes in 2023 and 2025. But again, as I said, at some point in time, estimated to be less than 20 years from now, medyo mare-reverse po yan. Kasi by then, mas marami na yung benefit payouts. We have more members retiring and living longer lives. And in relative numbers, we will have fewer workers or contributors. So in the short term po, I predict mga in the next 5 to 10 years, magko-continue po yan. The reserve fund will continue to increase and then will begin to slow down.
Why do you project na bababa yung number of contributions when many are joining the labor force year to year? As you retire or as people retire also?
Just to clarify po, hindi po bababa yung absolute number of workers. As you said, tama po kayo, the population still increasing, dadami po yan. But in relation to the number of beneficiaries, the number of pensioners, if you saw the slide I showed earlier, right now po, there are 6 workers for every pensioner. In 30 years time, there will be only 3 workers for every pensioner. So kahit mas malaki yung mas marami yung workers at the time, hamak na mas marami yung increase in the number of pensioners. Kaya po it's an imbalance.
Mr. Chair, if you look at your data also, the salary credit is remain constant until up to a certain period of time. So the benefit that you will give them will not definitely increase in terms of the total amount per retiree. It will be basically the same because you have a maximum credit salary or salary credit, and therefore the amount will be constant for certain period of time also.
Mr. Chair, if I might respond, what the Representative Go said is correct, and in a way it's unfortunate. Kanina po si Representative Castro highlighted the difference between GSIS pensioners and SSS pensioners. Malaki po ang pinagkaiba. Ang government employee po, kinakaltasan ng GSIS contribution on his entire income. While ang private, only on the first 25,000 right now. Yun po, talagang, kaya hindi po tayo dapat magtaka kung bakit mas maliit ang pension ng SSS pension ng private employee. Una, yung salary base niya mas maliit, limited to 20-25,000 lang. Ang SSS, ang government employee, his entire income is covered by GSIS.
Yeah,
next po yung contribution rate, 21% sa GSIS, 13% lang sa SSS.
Yeah, but that is also compensated by the fact that your benefit compared to GSIS members is lower because of the premium payment in GSIS is higher than the premium contribution of SSS members.
Correct po, Mr. Chair. And that's what we're trying to explain to this committee and to our SSS members na commensurate yung natatanggap nilang pensyon. Kung I fully understand po, maraming mahirap ngayon, nalilitan sila sa SSS pension. But that's the little pension that they're getting is what the fund can afford.
Pero
po ang contribution.
Mr. Chair, doon po sa proposal ko na staggered natin yung 2,500 every year, kaya po ba ninyo yung ganong staggered payment ng pension, additional pension ng ating pong mga pensioners ng SSS?
Mr. Chair, staggering the increase will not significantly affect the impact. Kasi po, ang actuarial valuation looks forward. So it's an 80-year valuation. So kahit i-delay natin yung increase by 1 or 2 years, 2 years lang, may konting relief lang in the first 2 years, but years 3 to 80, nandun na rin yung full brunt of either the plus 1,000 or the plus 2,000. Yun po yung mabigat talaga.
Mr. Chair, one last question. Yung pong investable funds ninyo, ilang pong porsyento dun sa total na pera ng SSS at magkano po ang porsyentong kinikita nito annually?
Sa Attorney Cruz?
Yes. I will answer po in the long term kasi ito po yung ginagamit namin sa actuarial valuation. Sa actuarial valuation po, we use 6% ROI assumption, so 6% a year, and this is based on our long-term historical profitability. I can provide, but not right now, yung mga current ROI figures namin in the last 4 to 5 years. As you might expect, medyo naapektuhan din kami of the economic downturn during COVID. But the expectation is we are on our way to recovery.